Indeed, ma'am, requesting you to stay on with us as we're tracking some further developments, this time from the United States of America. We're now learning that a U.S. judge has found that there is evidence of misconduct in how a federal prosecutor aligned with President Trump secured criminal charges against James Comey. The judge has ordered that the grand jury materials be turned over to Comey's defense lawyers. Magistrate Judge William Fitzpatrick, based in Alexandria in Virginia, has stated that Lindsay Halligan, the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney leading the case, may have made significant legal errors in presenting evidence and instructing grand jurors, mistakes that could have tainted this case. Fitzpatrick wrote that the record points to a disturbing pattern of profound investigative missteps that led an FBI agent and a prosecutor to potentially undermine the integrity of the grand jury proceeding. Comey is, of course, one of the three prominent critics of the president, who's recently been charged by Trump's Justice Department. Critics, meanwhile, say that the charges are part of a campaign to chill opposition. Comey pleaded not guilty to making false statements and obstructing a congressional investigation. So with us on the broadcast is Ms. Alison Mutler. With this certain observation now being made by a U.S. judge with regards to how the evidence was handled in this particular case, does this then provide more ammo to Donald Trump's critics who've been following this case, more leverage to the Democrats as well?
Absolutely. For a start, as you mentioned, what Fitzpatrick said, and he, I think it was issued like a 24-page report, and that's a highly unusual step in itself. He's legally allowed to do it, but it's a highly unusual, and it does undermine the charges being brought against James Comey. And there's been a lot of criticism of the prosecutor leading this case, that she's a former personal attorney of Donald Trump, and she's not qualified for this level of investigation. And the fact that these concerns, these criticisms have been raised, that will further undermine it. I mean, it's basically seen that Donald Trump couldn't stand Jim Comey, so he is a political target for Donald Trump. Whether or not he did commit wrongdoing, there has to be a fair trial. There has to be rule of law. It has to be seen to not just to be a fair trial and correct trial. It has to be seen to be a correct and fair trial. And what we're seeing now from what the judge in Virginia filed and the criticism leveled at the attorney leading the case, it's clear that the charges seem pretty flawed at the moment, and that definitely undermines Trump and the Trump administration and the legal case itself.
Absolutely, Ms. Mutler. With that, I'd like to thank you for taking out time, of course, sharing your analysis with us on NewsX World today. With that, viewers, we're shifting focus away from what's taking